Hello there. I want to welcome you to this first segment of a series we're very excited to release called our Tip of the Week. Throughout this series, what we're going to do is release to all of our customers some important tips on how to use our software. Maybe there's a feature that you're not currently using or that you are using that we believe could be used a little better. We're going to take you through our vision for how the system could be used and give you some examples of ways the system could be used more efficiently. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to take you through enabling house attendants and enabling the service request function. This specific function is important to use for a number of applications. Primarily, it would be used for, say, in a location in which maybe a housekeeper or an inspector commonly needs supplies or support or something. They would be able to put in a service request that would go back to the dispatcher. Dispatcher could then assign that service request to a houseman, a runner, or whatever you want to call them. This could also be used in resort settings or hotel settings in which the front desk could put in service requests that would go to your housekeeping and maintenance departments just to maybe run some supplies or extra linens or something to the guest. So without further ado, let me show you how to set this up. So to set it up, the first thing you have to do is you have to enable the house attendant feature in your account. To do that, go to settings and my account. From there, what we'll do is go to additional features, and you'll see there's a number of additional features available. You want to make sure that the house attendant feature is enabled. In this particular case, in our demo account, we already have it enabled. The next thing that we're going to do is we're going to add team members as house attendants. And to do that, go to staff and then add. You see we have a couple of house attendants already added, so we're ready to begin receiving house attendant tasks. Now, your service requests have a number of types. The primary type are your client service request or your housekeeper service request. You can also create what are called static service requests. Those static service requests are basically embedded task structures inside of your standard services. I've used those in the past and embedded tasks into my recurring houseman functions to go in and do services for departure cleans. And to do that, what you do is go to setup. You create some support tasks. Support tasks are things that are used for these support functions. So like the houseman may go in and strip linens in a room, and they may restock the mini fridge, or they may open all the windows if it's not raining, or maybe they pick up the trash. Those are our specific support functions. So if I were to add another one, a support function might be to drop off clean linens. So we'll just add that task there. Now, to make sure those are embedded into your specific services, go to services. And then from services, what you would do is go into the specific service you want to modify. So maybe for this particular case, I want to modify my departure clean service. You see I've already got some support tasks embedded: strip linens, trash pickup, restock mini fridge. I want to make sure I drop off clean linens as well. And so now every time I schedule that task, there will be houseman task associated with it. So let me show you that. So I'm going to go into appointments. I'm going to schedule one just really quickly. And I'll just quickly assign these to a couple of people and then hit schedule. Now, if I go back to that specific appointment, I'm going to go to my status center, and this will give you a better view. So if I go to that specific appointment, you'll see all those support tasks are in there. So that's a way for you to embed a task structure specifically for your houseman. Now, the biggest point and biggest reason we wanted to show you this today was to show you the service request feature. Now, this is important for a number of reasons, but it gives your team members the ability to easily and quickly put in requests for supplies. So let me show you how that works. So I'm going to log in as a particular team member now. So if I go to get appointments here, so for this specific item that we just put in today, if I needed something for this specific room, I click on my little HA here after I've enabled my service request. I type in here that I need Maybe I need extra towels at this specific room. Well, it's easy enough to assign. This goes out, and then this housekeeper will know that that service request is being fulfilled. And currently, while it's red, what that's telling them is that the service request is in queue. It hasn't been assigned to anyone. It needs to be assigned. If I go back to this page and I refresh, your housekeeping dispatcher is now going to see that. That flag pops out. I need to assign this to Elsa. I assign it to Elsa, then boom, it goes out. And that's the way that the service request is assigned out to that specific person. That allows you to manage all of these different things that are happening through the day. It can help you cut down on your radio chatter. It helps cut down on missing items because it gives you a method to follow up on things coming in from your room attendants, from your inspectors, and so forth. So that is our tip of the week on enabling housemen, setting up service requests, and using those service requests to manage different stuff. Now, one thing I forgot to show you was under service requests, you can manually schedule those too outside of appointment. So if there was a specific property, maybe a guest calls in and needs something at the property, you can find that property, schedule the date, define what needs to be done, take VCR remote as if those things are still in order. Take a VCR remote, you can define what you're going to pay that person for fulfilling that task. And you can also define what you're going to charge your customer for that. So maybe I want to charge $50 for doing that. Schedule service request. I've got to select the person there. Schedule service request. So that service request goes out. I'm going to pay the house attendant $5. I'm going to make $50, and that's going to go on my invoice. So that's our tip of the week. We appreciate you joining us today, and we are excited that you're using Resort Cleaning. Be sure to send us in any requests for other tips or tricks that you may want to know about, things that you think that we could do better. We're always here to listen to you. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your day.